Sad and incredibly heavy news has shaken the Journey Church community in South Florida at large. This is not the kind of video I ever want to make, but we must come together as a community during this difficult time. On Monday, November 25th, a church lost someone truly special. Pastor Joshua Renee, executive pastor of Journey Church, was tragically unalived in a motorcycle accident near Atlantis, Florida. He was only 39 years old. They broke the news in a post on their social media pages saying, "As a church community, we are heartbroken over the loss of our beloved Pastor Josh. Please pray with us for the Renee family and join us on Sunday for an official statement from Pastor Scott." I know many of you are hearing this for the first time, and I know this news is devastating. So please, take a moment if you need to. And for those who already know, I want us to come together to remember Pastor Josh and support his family during this unimaginably difficult time. As we look forward to Pastor Scott's official statement on Sunday, he posted an update that we will be looking at in a moment. So, what exactly happened? According to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, the accident occurred shortly before 7 p.m. on South Congress Avenue in the 6200 block near Atlantis. Pastor Josh was riding his Harley-Davidson motorcycle northbound when a pickup truck traveling in the opposite direction attempted to make a left turn into the Atlantis Plaza. The driver, a 50-year-old man from Stewart, failed to see Pastor Josh's motorcycle in time, and the two vehicles collided. The impact was severe. Pastor Josh was ejected from his motorcycle and tragically died at the scene. The sheriff's report has not indicated whether the driver will face any charges, but that investigation is ongoing. This happened so suddenly, so unexpectedly. One moment, Pastor Josh was going about his evening, and the next, he was taken from us far too soon. For those who may not have known him personally, Pastor Joshua Renee was an executive pastor at Journey Church, a non-denominational Christian church with campuses in West Palm Beach, Lake Worth Beach, and Boynton Beach. But Pastor Josh was so much more than a title. He was a shepherd to his congregation, a mentor to many, a friend to countless people, and a beloved member of the South Florida community. On Thanksgiving morning, just days after this tragedy, Pastor Scott Baugh posted an emotional video message to the church's Facebook page. His words captured what so many of us are feeling. Pastor Scott said,
"Hey everyone, I just wanted to kind of check in, and I know like so many of us, I'm hurting and you're hurting. When we found out that Pastor Josh was killed in that accident, it just doesn't feel real. I don't know what to say. For so many of you, he was Pastor Josh, and he was an amazing pastor, but to me, he was just Josh. He was a friend, as close as a brother to me for 10 years. I'm sitting here in our home, and all the memories of sitting around this fireplace with Josh, talking life, ministry, church. And if you knew Josh, you loved him. He was one of the most amazing men. And for those of you that only knew him from a platform or a stage, can I tell you something? He was even more special off that platform and stage. He genuinely loved people so well. He loved the church so well. That's why I kept empowering him more and more and more, because I knew he would take care of everyone and shepherd everyone he was ever put in charge with, and he did. And you see that from all of the love and the hurt from the people that he has loved and made such a difference in their lives. And so this Sunday, I'm going to share more. He was scheduled to speak this Sunday. And I'm going to be in town and share some things from my heart. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share what I was thinking about this morning, because I know, like you, just hurting, don't understand it, just pain, heaviness. And I was reminded of the time that Jesus found himself with the loss of his friend Lazarus. And I was reminded of that moment when the sisters questioned, if Lazarus was your friend and he was, and you loved him, then why did you let him, why didn't you step in? Why didn't you stop this? And I'll never forget this moment that everyone was around and everybody was crying and weeping, and Jesus started to weep as well. And I started thinking about that. If you know the story of Lazarus, why was Jesus weeping? He was going to raise him from the dead in a moment. You don't weep when someone goes out to get the mail. You weep when you lose someone. And yet Jesus wept for a man that he was going to see in a few moments. And I always wondered about that until I finally realized Jesus wasn't weeping for Lazarus. He was going to hold Lazarus in his arms in moments. Jesus was weeping with us, the people that Lazarus left behind. And as he saw the pain and the hurt of his children, the people he loved, as he knew the reality of this broken world, and in this season there is death, and yes, we will all rise again that have faith in Jesus, and one day we will see Pastor Josh and we will celebrate that. Jesus mourned and wept because he saw the pain of the people hurting because they lost someone they loved. And so I want you to know, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to weep. There's going to be a day for us to celebrate Josh, and we will, and we're going to tell funny stories about Sweaty Teddy. We'll talk about the reality that there was never a meal Josh didn't like. And we'll talk about the incredible legacy he left as a husband and a father and a pastor and a friend. And there's going to come a season to take care of Bree and the kids. My wife spoke with Bree yesterday, and we will rally behind him as the church. And we will be the church to him like he was to the church. But today it's okay to mourn, and it's okay to have questions. It's okay to hurt because we lost a friend for a season. And we don't mourn without hope because one day we'll see him again, but we do mourn because for this next season, there is great and incredible loss. And I want you to know in my heart, I'll be praying for you guys. And I hope and pray that in this season that we're comforted by God and that we can show Josh, his family, and his kids. I spoke with his mom and dad yesterday, just how much he is loved by this church. And what an amazing man he was. I love you guys. I'll see you Sunday.
It just doesn't feel real. I don't know what to say. For so many of you, he was Pastor Josh, and he was an amazing pastor. But to me, he was just Josh. He was a friend, as close as a brother to me for 10 years. As close as a brother. That's the kind of man Pastor Josh was. He didn't just preach from the pulpit. He lived his faith through genuine relationships, through love, through service. Whether you knew him as Pastor Josh from Sunday services, saw him serving in the community, or were fortunate enough to call him a friend, you knew his heart. You knew his passion for God, his love for people, and his commitment to making a difference. Since Monday, tributes have been pouring in from all over. Social media has been filled with stories, memories, photos, and prayers. The outpouring of love is a testament to the impact Pastor Josh had on so many lives. Journey Church released a statement asking the community to rally around and support Pastor Josh's family during this incredibly difficult time. And I want to echo that call. This family is walking through the unthinkable right now. They've lost a husband, a father, a son, a brother. And while nothing can take away their pain, we can stand with them. We can pray for them. We can support them in tangible ways. If you're part of the Journey Church community, or if Pastor Josh touched your life in any way, please consider reaching out to the church to see how you can help. Whether it's through prayer, financial support, or simply showing up for the family in the days and weeks ahead, every gesture matters. Tragedies like this remind us just how fragile life truly is. Pastor Josh left home that Monday evening, probably thinking it was just another ordinary day. He had no idea it would be his last. None of us knows when our time will come. None of us is promised tomorrow. And while that's a sobering thought, it's also a powerful reminder to live fully, love deeply, and make every moment count. Pastor Josh did that. He poured himself into his calling. He loved his church family. He served with everything he had. And now, his legacy lives on in every person he touched, every life he changed, every soul he pointed toward Christ. If you're watching this and you're struggling with this loss, please know it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be angry, confused, and heartbroken. Death, especially sudden, senseless death, is hard. It's not something we're meant to just get over. But I also want to remind you that Pastor Josh would want us to hold on to hope. He devoted his life to sharing the message that there's more to this life than what we see here. He believed in eternity. He believed in a God who comforts the brokenhearted and holds us close in our darkest moments. So let's honor him by continuing to live out that faith. Let's love each other well. Let's support one another. Let's be the church that Pastor Josh helped build. Before I close, I want to ask a few things of you. First, please keep Pastor Josh's family in your prayers. Pray for his wife, his children, his parents, his siblings, and his extended family. Pray for comfort, peace, and strength in the days ahead. Second, If possible, reach out to Journey Church to explore how you can support the family practically. There may be a memorial fund, meal trains, or other ways to help. Third, if you have a story or memory of Pastor Josh that you'd like to share, please leave it in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can celebrate his life and remember the impact he had. I know the family would be blessed to see how many lives he touched. And finally, if this tragedy has reminded you of the importance of faith, community, and living with purpose, don't wait. Reach out to someone you love today. Get involved in your church. Make the most of the time you've been given. Pastor Joshua Renee, you were taken from us far too soon, but your legacy will live on. Your faith, your love, your service, it all mattered. It all made a difference. And we will carry that forward. To everyone watching, thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. And please, take care of yourselves and each other during this difficult time. I'll leave you with this. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 5:4. Rest in peace, Pastor Josh. You will be deeply, deeply missed.